So what I do after I come up with the concept of the art, sometimes I take reference photos, with the hands or the product or something, or maybe I want the lighting a certain way. And then I sketch that out, I draw it out, I figure out what I want the painting to be way before I get to the canvas. And that's because it makes the painting part very much quicker and easier if you've already made your decisions. And honestly, I'm stubborn. And once I say I'm doing it something a certain way, that's the way it's gonna be done. Okay, so I come up with the concept. I've done my references. I'm ready to transfer it somehow to the canvas. I get it on the canvas. I sketch as much detail as I can with the shadows and the highlights. I get it all on there. Because I want that canvas to inform me and remind me constantly of how I want that finished product to look. All right, the sketch is on there. The sketch is, I love it. Which honestly, there's paintings around here, which is the sketch I hate, and it's sitting against the wall somewhere.
That's what they were saying, and like, there's only so much off-price goods.
So I love the sketch. I pull out the fixative. It's time to go outside because we do not spray fixative inside, okay? We don't do that. We go outside. We worry our neighbors because they don't know what we're doing. I do it about 5 inches away from the canvas. You don't want to be like on there because you'll have the drippies. You don't want the drippies. You want the light mist, the coat onto the canvas, okay? Shh, real good. Bring it back inside. And then you wait. Fixative dries actually really fast. So when it's dry, I rub my fingers across the sketch very lightly. I look at my fingertips. Now, charcoal will snitch on you every time, okay? If your fingertips is dark, you got to do another coat, okay? That means it moved. Something smudged and smeared somewhere on there. Once you have your sketch covered in the fixative, it's no longer smearing. We mix the paint. I take a little bit of oil paint color. I've been sticking lately to one color. Please make sure that color is translucent. Or it's just gonna make it harder on you. Mix up the oil paint with some liquid. I coat that whole canvas. I take the cloth or the paper towel and Q-tips and wipe and start wiping. Start building those highlights and shadows as best as I can. Because I need that sketch to inform me as I'm wiping away what's supposed to be bright, what's supposed to be dark, where. Don't play with me. Because by this time, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this painting. You better come out the way you're supposed to. All right, mostly dry. I'm bringing out pretty much the same materials as the underpainting for right now. The colors I'm going to start introducing is black, cobalt violet hue, thalio blue, and the burnt umber again. Gonna do our darkest darks, our darkest darks. I did want to go into a little bit more in-depth detail about the underpainting process that I do. I do get a lot of questions, and I just want to go nice and slow and answer all the questions. Last time I think I did it, I just touched on it very briefly and was like, okay, that's it. People have been asking questions like, how do I pick the color? The underpainting color keeps like the painting vibrant. Like, I don't know why. It shines through and it keeps the whole painting very cohesive. I have done all types of colors. I will say when I pick my color, I make sure it's, thank you. That's not the perfume I want to put on today. When I pick the color, it's a translucent paint color. So it's not opaque, and I won't add white to it because I need to see the sketch through the paint. And if it's opaque, you're not going to see anything. Translucent, I want to see through it. So certain colors are more translucent, more opaque than others. And so when I pick a color, that has a big part of it. I think traditionally it's underpaintings are usually black and white or a burnt umber. Why do I do it is another question I get a lot is like, why do you do this? What is this about? It helps with tone and value. And Luna, you're being distracted. Keeps my darks dark and my highlights very bright, and I need that assistance, or my paintings get a little dark or like monotone. Like I want to be able to have depth and contrast. And your breath stinks. How long does it take? The underpainting process usually takes me about an hour from that first wipe to the last Q-tip, but beforehand, it's very important when you do these oil paintings, or at least it is for me, that I know exactly what this painting is going to look like up here. So that really helps keep everything to the original thought, the original concept. Why are you sitting here like you understand what's happening? You don't understand. Then from the sketch, I transfer, and I usually transfer in a lot of different ways. It's transfer is a pain, but you know, you could take a sketch, you know, put charcoal or pencil on the back and then transfer it directly onto the canvas, or you can get a projector, or you can get the, what's it called, carbon paper. You can do the block system. I've done that a lot. I do that with my acrylics a lot, honestly. A lot of those are very time consuming, so you got to pick the one that's going to work with you, because once you transfer, you still have to do another drawing. Like it's like when you transfer, it's like an outline, and then you have to like resketch again. So it all takes up a lot of energy and time. What does the fixative do, or what do I do to keep the sketch from smearing or disappearing? And I spray fixative. I've been sampling more than one. Hold on, excuse me, Luna. I've been sampling more than one. This one is the workable fixative, and that's the one I started out with, and honestly gone back to because this is a new one. But this one is the crystal clear acrylic coating. What paint do you use? I get this question a lot. What paint do I use? And I think because people, when they see paintings, they immediately think of acrylic. But my paintings lately have been oil. So anytime you see the wipe away method, the reductive method that I use for the underpainting, it's going to be oil. I wouldn't suggest using acrylic unless you want to experiment with a lot of slow drying medium. How do I remove the paint is a question I see every now and then. I use paper towels. You can use a white cloth. I use Q-tips, or I heard other people refer to them as something else, like cotton buds or something like that. I was watching a video and they were like, cotton buds. And I was like, yeah. Is Q-tip the brand? And I've just been, you know how sometimes you call something by the brand instead of its actual name? That might be what's happening. What do you use as a sketch? So I've been using this. It's just a charcoal stick. It just says charcoal, soft. There's also a pencil version of this somewhere around here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.